Hi everyone, so today I decided to do a slow motion walkthrough of the lap that I did. It's actually a pretty good hot lap that I achieved during an SRS qualifying session, and it was actually, you can see the previous lap, it was already after a lap that is 128.6, and my tires were kind of cooked, but still it was a decent lap. So I will try to use slow-mo in the non-boring parts. So the approach here to first corner is pretty fast. You're above 230, so as you can see I'm nearly hitting maybe 35 or no. So yeah, my braking point is right about when you hit 150 mark, and this is like a full braking zone. I'm not using 100% brake pressure, so it is like an easy braking. Then I'm gradually, so this part is actually key, I'm gradually leaving the brake pedal, and as you can see, before I enter the corner, as soon as I go down to the third gear, I'm opening up the throttle, because the throttle will help you to stabilize the car. See, I'm approaching into the apex and I'm gradually increasing throttle, and as soon as I hit the apex, I'm full throttle basically. So this will help you to gain a tremendous amount of exit speed as well as good lateral traction, because the third gear, and now I'm at the fourth gear, but it's still, as you can see, I'm nearly carrying 155 at the exit. So when I'm approaching to the next corner, I'm still going slow-mo, maybe with a little bit more speed. I'm not going as wide as many people, like keeping a tighter line, but I'm using a lot of this apex. So I'm hitting the apex nearly fully, and I'm not, as you can see, my steering angle is pretty tight still. I'm trying to use the straightest line that I can, pretty much without compromising the exit speed. This is actually kind of a minor mistake, but still I am carrying a lot of speed. So if we skip this boring part, so approaching to the next corner, turn 3, I think this is the most critical corner in the track. You can gain so much time here. So here my braking marker is actually somewhere about here, right? As soon as that post comes up, again a full brake, I'm going down to third gear again, and as soon as I hit third, I'm leaving the brake pedal and coming up to the apex with some throttle. The same story all over again. The car is sliding from the back a bit, and the throttle will help you to pull the car and stabilize the rear, right? So I'm opening up to hit the exit apex in order to have the widest possible entry, and gradually I'm now down to second gear, and I'm opening up the throttle gradually again, but this time on the second gear, and hitting the apex again fully, as much as you can without like clipping your tires there. So as you can see, as soon as I'm on the apex again, I'm full throttle. So with these long straights of sand tool, like this helps a lot to carry those like extensive speeds in the long straights. So, and this is basically, I don't go very wide and use this blue line very rarely if I make a mistake at that turn, but this is it for this part. So moving on, again boring parts, full throttle, and we're coming into the next corner. So again, this is, I think, the trick is, especially with medium tires, it's very easy to lose the rear mid chicane. This is my braking point, full braking, going down to the second gear. So as soon as I'm in the second gear, I start to steer right, and I am trying to hit the apex again fully, because the tighter entry line that you're gonna get here, the wider entry line that you can have in the chicane exit. So this is my line. I'm tapping the brakes here. I think this is critical. So I'm giving it some throttle on second gear, but in order to have a tighter exit, especially here, not to go very wide, I'm tapping the brakes here. And then with the second gear, and you again using the curbs fully, I'm opening up the throttle, and I'm not going very wide. I see some people going very wide here, but I'm not going very wide, and I'm not using very much of these curbs. I think they are killing your speed, especially if your fast bump settings are not set up correctly. So mine are pretty soft, so this is the line that I had to take to carry more speed. So as you can see, it's full throttle again. Moving on. So here the braking is not that harsh, but I go down to the third gear. As soon as I come to this post, it's full brakes, third gear, releasing it gently, and as soon as you're approaching, I'm on the throttle again to keep the rear in line. So I'm using the curb. So the trick here on this wide chicane is to keep on the right as much as you can to carry some. So here, as you can see, I'm full throttle, going down a bit, and then opening the throttle ever so slightly, but gradually, when I'm hitting the curves of this turn. And I'm not excessively steering. As you can see, it's less than 90 degrees, but I'm opening the steering wheel up to carry more and more speed to this like a minute rate, and this is it for this part too. So moving on, the last section, coming up to the last section, I think from fifth gear I'm going down to the second gear. So again, a full brake zone. With low brake pressure, you don't lock up your tires. With the second gear, I approach to the first apex, again a very wide entry. So I'm giving a throttle on the corner entry, hitting the first apex, like slightly missing the second apex to have a wide, very wide entry to the last turn. So going out and full throttle on the third gear, not hitting the curves, it will kill your speed. I won't hit those curves, and I try to like hit this wide line if possible. This is a bit wider, but still I'm exiting around 145 from that point on. So, and this is the most boring part. we have a couple of these at Central, going and achieving, I think, 128, 155. So this is a lap at Central with Nissan Primera, and I wish you found this walkthrough helpful. I'm gonna see you all on track. Good luck and have fun.